I am, generally speaking, a forgiving person. I do believe in second chances. Sometimes I even believe in third chances, okay? And in the world of politics, second and third chances are actually pretty common. We see it all the time where two people who are adversaries can become friends, allies. Look at Ted Cruz and Donald Trump. That was the most contentious primary in history, okay? By far. Not even close. I mean, Trump said that Cruz's dad assassinated JFK. I mean, give me a break. It was an ugly primary, and now they are at the very least allies. I think they're probably friends, from what I could tell. We don't know what happens behind the scenes, but then you look at even his media foes. You look at a lot of them, such as Glenn Beck, Greg Gutfeld. They are now 100% aboard the Trump train today. So we know that second and third chances can happen, but there is a certain type of person that I don't believe should ever get a second chance, and that type of person is a neocon that bites you. Look, there's far too many neocons out there in the Republican world to be able to avoid them all. Some of them are closet neocons, some of them are light neocons, some of them are whatever. So you're going to have some, but if once a neocon bites you, done. They're out. Okay, no H.R. McMaster, no Jim Mattis. Okay, no John Kelly. Never again. Never again. And no Nikki Haley, because by running, she bit him. Had she not run, I would have welcomed her back with open arms. I think she was a decent ambassador. Okay, she's a smart woman, decent ambassador. She's not a bird brain, even though Trump called her that. she's a pretty clever woman, but she is a neocon. She is a card-carrying member of the military-industrial complex. Then people will say, well, but she's more conservative. She might be she's a rhino, but she's more conservative than like Elon Musk. He's being considered. He's almost certainly going to be in the administration if Trump wins. RFK Jr. is banking on it. Okay, he's pretty much guaranteed. If Trump wins, RFK Jr.'s got a spot. They've already talked about it. They've already declared it. Tulsi Gabbard, former Democrat, she's still a Democrat. I mean, she's not a conservative by any means. She might have some libertarian leanings, but she's not a conservative. And I would say neither is technically Elon Musk. I mean, he's a free speech guy, sure, but there are certain aspects of him that are very globalist. Okay, so let's be clear about that. And RFK Jr., don't even get me started. If he stays strictly on make America healthy again, I'm all in. Okay, if he starts to deviate and get out of his lane, that's where I start to get concerned. I mean, his economic policies were actually to the left of Joe Biden. So I have a lot of questions about them, but I'm willing to give all of them a chance because they have one thing in common that it's a deal breaker if you don't have that, in my humble opinion, when it comes to being in a Trump White House, the next Trump White House. He cannot afford those who want America involved everywhere else in the world. And Nikki Haley is that person. She is the military-industrial complex. She is the deep state. She wants war with Russia, China, Iran. It doesn't matter. She wants them all. Bring them all. Give me all the wars you can. Okay, and even if you say, okay, well, maybe Trump's not going to go to war, okay, but he can still, she or anybody else could still influence him to participate in the rest of the world. We need an America First administration. And you could say all you want about RFK's policies, Elon Musk's ideologies, Tulsi Gabbard's past. Don't even get me started with Syria and Tulsi Gabbard. But the one thing that they do share is that they don't want to intervene in Ukraine, especially. That's the one let's face it, that's the one that if things are going to blow up, it could blow up in Taiwan/Philippines with China. It's almost certainly going to blow up with Iran and Israel. Okay. But we can stay out of those. I don't think if there's enough neocon push, I don't think that Trump can stay out of Ukraine just because of the NATO situation. Okay. So we need those who will not push him in that direction, who will take his lead, follow his lead of let's be strong, but let's not interfere. That's what we need desperately. We need to focus for the next 4 years, 8 years, 12 years, however long, maybe indefinitely, focus on fixing our own problems because they're just too big. Okay? The rest of the world's suffering. I get it. I'm sorry. I feel for you. Philanthropic, private organizations, let the UN do what the UN does. But just you guys stay over there. We're gonna handle our stuff, take care of our business. We're in good shape there. So that's why I am a. If she wants to, if Nikki Haley wants to do a town hall with Trump, help him with female voters, help him with the Bush-Cheney Republicans out there. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's not necessary. He doesn't need her. It's negligible any effect that she would have, and there is even a risk that she could actually do some damage. But I trust the campaign, and if they want to talk to her, if they want to get her involved in some way over the next 2 weeks, fine. I'm okay with that. I don't want it, but I'm not going to oppose it. But if she even hints at being part of the next White House, I'm a hard no. No. I know I don't have a vote, but I will continuously harp on her. That will be one of the topics that I discuss every week, as long as she's there until she finally does what she will invariably do, which is to stab Trump in the back at some point. I don't know if it'll take a week, a month, or a year, but she will. She will influence him throughout her time there, and it won't be a good thing. So I'm a hard pass on Nikki NeoCon Haley. Whether you've been a prepper for a long time, or maybe you're just getting started, you're just looking around and thinking how crazy it is. We usually cover the basics. You get your food, you get your water, you get your ammunition. Don't forget your ammo. You get your battery chargers, solar battery chargers, or whatever. But a lot of times I think people will forget their meds. Okay, whether it's chronic meds, antibiotics, I think a lot of people don't even realize that you can stock up on that stuff. They go to the doctor, they go to the pharmacy, and the pharmacist said, here's your 2-month supply or whatever. Well, you can actually stock up on a lot of these meds by going to jdrucker.com/meds. You'll talk to the good folks over at Jace Medical. They can get you a 12-month supply of certain prescription drugs. They can get you emergency meds, all sorts of good stuff, things that you may or may not need, but it's always good to have it on hand, because I guarantee you, even if you don't think you need it today, you might need it in the future. jdrucker.com/meds.